These are 5 reasons to buy Enigma Parfum Cologne by ROJA. Reason number 1 is this is incredibly unique. Apart from the Parfum version, which we're going to talk about in a minute, there are not many fragrances that I've tried, and especially in my collection, that are similar to this. The only other one that comes to mind is Dior Vanilla Diorama, but that is not the same as this. This one certainly has its own unique qualities over Vanilla Diorama, and I find this to be incredibly unique, creative, and very interesting. When we're looking at niche fragrances, one of the most important things to me is either the quality, the performance, or how unique they are. And if a fragrance can combine all of those 3 things, then I know it's a fantastic fragrance. And ROJA Enigma Parfum Cologne combines performance, creativity, and uniqueness. Reason number 2 is the fragrance journey that this takes you on. Sometimes fragrances will take you on a journey. As you spray them on, they might start off with certain top notes, and then they transition into something different. Some ROJA fragrances do that. They go on a fragrance journey, and Enigma does that for me. It opens up very bright, energetic, fizzy. If you imagine popping a can of Coke, an ice cold can of Coke when you're really thirsty, that fizzy, energetic sensation you get is what you get when you first spray on Enigma Cologne. But it goes into a few different transitions as you wear the fragrance throughout the day. It turns into a spicy, sweet, boozy fragrance. This has a cognac note with vanilla, with cardamom, with ginger. I get a lot of ginger in here. It's very energetic and spicy and almost has a clean feeling. But for me, it's the sweet cognac in the base of this fragrance, which is where it smells magical. That, along with the very fizzy opening, I find to be incredibly interesting, and that is reason number 2 why you should buy Enigma Cologne. Reason number 3, we spoke about the Parfum version a minute ago, but that one is very expensive. That costs around about £380 for 50ml. It's something around that figure. Now that's a very expensive fragrance indeed. Now the Cologne version is also expensive. You'll pay around £230 for 100ml, so we're getting a lot more fragrance for a cheaper price. Now there are some differences between the Parfum version and the Cologne version. The Parfum version does last longer on my skin. It's a beast. It lasts forever. You really cannot wash it off. It's a very strong and sticky fragrance. But this one does have good performance, but it is a bit more airy. And we mentioned in reason number 2 that it's a very fizzy and energetic fragrance. It's not as heavy and as rich as the Parfum version. But I actually prefer the smell of the Cologne version over the Parfum version because I love the effervescent fizziness that this gives off. So reason number 3 is this is better, at least in my opinion, than the Parfum version. Reason number 4 is it's a confidence boosting fragrance. One of the best things about wearing fragrances for me are the confidence building qualities that they might have. Now there are a lot of things that fragrances cannot do for you, and there are some things that fragrances do really well. Firstly, they make you smell good, of course, but above that there's something that a fragrance can do that just gives you a bit more confidence, and that is if you're dressing up nicely, a fragrance that you feel confident wearing is like just an extra touch. It's like the cherry on top of the cake. It's like adding a tie to the outfit or a hat. It's a little bit extra that you can do just to give you the added confidence, and Enigma Cologne is one of those fragrances that does that for me. If I'm dressing up nicely, and that is the only time I wear this fragrance really, when I'm dressing up. I don't wear it in any casual situation because I don't think it's a suitable fragrance for me to wear in a casual setting. But when I'm going out and I just want a fragrance that is going to impress someone, or at least in my opinion it would impress someone if they smelt it, that's when I would wear Enigma Cologne. When I'm dressing up in my nicer clothes and I'm looking for something special that smells different to a fragrance that somebody else would wear. It's not a designer fragrance, it doesn't smell like a typical fragrance, and I want something different that could potentially get you noticed in a formal situation. So Enigma Cologne is a massively confidence boosting fragrance for me, and that is why it's the 4th reason why you should buy this fragrance. And the 5th and final reason why you should buy Enigma Parfum Cologne is it's a masterpiece of a fragrance. If you're just getting into niche fragrances and you want to really find out what niche fragrances can do, you've been through the designer fragrances, you've smelt all there is to go on in designer fragrances, and you want to see what else is out there, I think Enigma is such a good option for you because it gives you something different, something you would have never smelt before, and perhaps you wouldn't even know that a fragrance can smell like this. This has everything. everything from performance, from style, value for money, creativity, enjoyment, and as I said, it's a fragrance journey, so it's got all of those things bottled in to this 100 ml beautiful red bottle. I think this is a masterpiece of a fragrance, and it's one of the first fragrances I'd recommend to you if you're getting into niche fragrances and you have around £250 or dollars to spend, or euros, on a fragrance. I'd recommend getting Enigma. The only thing I would say, it's quite mature. It's quite mature. It's not an easygoing, relaxed or party fragrance. It's a very formal, professional and mature fragrance, at least in my opinion. I'm 30 now, and I think wearing this now is good for me. If I was 25, I probably wouldn't want to rock this that much, only because it doesn't seem very youthful. But of course, wear what you want. Try it. If it works for you, then wear it. It's a fantastic fragrance. I love it. It's my favorite ROJA fragrance, and I've always thought this is probably the fragrance I'm going to wear to my future wedding. So these were 5 reasons why you should buy ROJA Enigma Cologne. Let me know, have you tried this fragrance and what did you think of it? I'll see you soon.